everyone, Zach here with ADF Sprinters, and today we're checking out our latest 144 build. This one's got it all. It's got 2 beds in the back, tons of off-roading features, storage, and all the accessories and power systems you'll need for a trip off-road. Let's go check it out. All right, let's check out the front end of this van. It's got a lot of off-road orienting accessories here. Starting in the front, we have our brush guard from Katoon Off-Road, along with some recovery shackles. This is great for keeping that front end nice and protected when off-roading. Up along the top, we have a KC 50-inch light bar array. Heading down the side, we can look at our off-road suspension. We went with the full package on this one, so we have upgraded wheels and tires, along with our front rally struts. We got adjustable rear shocks in the back as well. We have our in-house made aluminum running boards. These are great because they provide a little bit of additional protection and a nice big wide step to get up in and out of your van. And of course, what off-road accessory kit would be complete without some great stuff from our friends over at Vans. Our rear Expedition tire carrier ladder combo, which is great for making it a little bit easier to swap out that spare tire if you're in a tough situation. Another cool benefit of having the spare tire on a backdoor carrier like this is it frees up a huge compartment underneath the van, which is where we like putting our larger fresh water tank. And what we've also done with this one is we've insulated it and wrapped our SPAR cooling lines around it. So what that does is gives a great layer of insulation for colder conditions, allowing that heater coil to circulate that hot coolant around your water tanks, allowing them to resist freezing temperatures a lot better than an unprotected water tank. We also have our monster box on our B2 rack that provides plenty of storage for some of those dirtier items you might not want to bring inside the van. Coming along the driver's side, we have our matching full-length aluminum running boards that we build in-house. Those have that great non-stick step there, as well as the exhaust for our SPAR heater system. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roof and see what we have up there. All right, up here on this 144, we got an action-packed roof rack. We have a total of 280 watts of solar, which is more than enough power to keep the batteries topped off to run things like your lights, your fridge, and keep your batteries constantly charged up. We also have our 12-volt Mabru AC unit, which provides great cooling power for the entire interior. Plus we got a max air fan for some additional ventilation when it's not quite too hot for the AC unit. And then of course we have some extra space up in the front for some gear and our Starlink dish for mobile Wi-Fi just about wherever you want to go. You'll notice if we look along the body of the van, in the back sides we added some flare space extensions that really give us some additional space for the second drop-down bed we have installed on the interior. These are great because it allows you to sleep east to west on that upper bunk, which saves a lot of valuable build space for other cabinetry and stuff that we have inside the van. All right, we just climbed inside our new 144, and as you can see, we have a ton of features in this van. And if you've been looking at a 144 before, you realize it quickly runs out of space, especially when you're doing a double sleep system, a bathroom, some appliances. So we had to be really smart with how we implemented our design. And that really comes down to having things either serve dual purposes or expand and change very easily depending on how you're going to configure the van. Starting up front in the van, we really wanted to get as much out of the space as possible. So aside from putting our swivels on our front captain's chairs, we have 2 different Lagoon plates. That allows you to take the Lagoon table that we have in the back right now to reposition it depending on who's going to be sitting up front or what they're going to be doing. This seat also slides forward more, so you could even use this flip-up table here as some additional countertop space. So part of our design was really just to make the most out of this area. And then of course we have some really cool accessories that just allow it to be blocked off and useful at the same time. We have this great blackout curtain here. It just zips up and magnetizes in the middle so you can have some extra privacy without having to set up your window covers. And of course above me we have our padded overhead storage shelf. Our customer wanted to have this area, be able to zip up, so we have a nice zip up cover there, along with these nice little pouches in the front to allow quick, easy access to small little things. So we just really wanted to make it as useful and as stylish as possible. On some more style aspects of the van, we went with a nice neutral pebble sort of color to match the exterior, but along with that we added these really beautiful maple wooden slats that run along the entire ceiling as well as underneath our drop-down bed platform. That same style line comes through when we look at our matching floor here, as well as our Corian solid surface countertop here. So we really went with a really nice, solid construction feel to really make this van feel like it's a home away from home. Right behind the driver's seat, we also have our major appliances. So right in the middle here is our Isotherm 130 fridge freezer combo. This is a great size fridge that gives you tons of cooling space for extended trips, along with a nice little freezer compartment for ice. or any other frozen meals you might have prepped in advance. Above it, we also have our air fryer, convection oven, microwave combo. This is an all-in-one appliance that allows you to cook just about anything. If you want to make a pizza, you can do it. If you want to roast a chicken, it's possible. Big fans of these because they're able to operate off of our inverter, and of course you're able to power everything with all the battery systems we have on this fan. So it's a great option to have if you're looking to get gourmet on the road. Along the driver's side appliance cabinet, you'll also notice we have some custom ventilation routed into the side. This provides cooling for our microwave, air fryer, convection oven, our isotherm 130. All of our cabinetry is hand built and custom designed with our CNC machine, so everything's precision built directly around the appliances and fixtures that we're putting inside each of our vans. Our customer really wanted to have one big, large storage area. So we have this huge drawer here for duffel bags, bedding, all sorts of things. So we really wanted to make sure we covered all of our customers' bases and really designed the van around exactly how they're going to use it. Up above our slider door entryway area is where we put all of our major control switches. Starting up front, we have our Victron battery monitor. This gives you a nice, quick, easy way to get a general glance of how much power is in your battery system. Next to that is our S-bar thermostat for our heater. It allows you to set the temperature for when you want the heater to come on and off. We also have our RGBW LED light strip control panel. We have some strips lining the upper parts as well as the toe kick of our kitchenette. That's a great way to add some ambiance. Right in the middle, we have our ADF custom push button switch panel. This is where you get all of your light zones, your ability to turn on and off the inverter, your heater / hot water, your water pump, your Starlink, and then of course the night mode switch. It was great just to be able to turn off those LEDs so they're not keeping you up at night. And then lastly, we have our ZAMP dual battery solar charge controller. This has the ability to charge both the starter battery as well as the house batteries, so you're never gonna have to worry about running out of power. And then also along the side here, we have our Euroloft control switch here to raise and lower the bed. So this allows you to raise and lower that whenever you're ready to turn down for the night. All right, stepping into the middle of the van, directly above me on our ceiling is our Mabru 12-volt AC unit. This is a great, efficient AC unit that provides plenty of cooling power. We have this custom venting option here that just blows all the cool air straight back to both bunks. Looking over our expandable telescoping bathroom shower, we have a double door system here that is attached with magnets. So all you have to do is give the door a gentle little tug, and then you'll see that there's a secondary door on the inside. Give that one a pull as well, and now you have the secondary doors open up and extend into the hallway. This, when paired with the floor pan, creates a full waterproof enclosure. We have our hot and cold water mixing valve, as well as a removable Laveo dry flush toilet in here. The entire enclosure is fully waterproof, so you don't have to worry about splashing the rest of your van. And it's a great way to have a large shower with a small footprint, so it doesn't take up that much space and allows you to have more room for other features and fixtures inside the main area of the van. All right, taking a look at our kitchen galley, we have our solid surface Corian countertop. That's great because we also match it with a removable sink lid here. We also have a flip-up outlet on our countertop here. This powers our portable induction cooktop. Below our sink, we have some nice storage drawers here. These are custom configured so you can make them to fit just about anything. And then on the end of our kitchenette galley here, we have a huge pull-out pantry. I'm personally a big fan of these because it's nice for quick, easy access to spices, cooking utensils, things like that up top. And then you also have these two big drawers down below for food storage. You can even put a trash can down there. Heading to the back of our van, you'll see up above we have our motorized Euroloft platform bed. This is a great feature to have if you want to have the option to have two full-size beds inside the van. It's great because the top bed requires minimal setup and it's literally available at the push of a button. So we have our locking switch control here. Once you set that on lock, you can go ahead and just push this button here and it drops down at the push of a button. All right, we're checking out our upper bed here. All we have to do is fold out our flare extensions and pop in our memory foam cushions and we're good to go. So as you can see, we have about a queen size bed in the back here. You could easily, comfortably sleep two full-size adults east to west. And it's a great secondary bed option if you want to just have the bed ready-made, ready to go. And the cool thing about the Euroloft is we're able to adjust the height. So if you wanted to raise it up a little bit, give a little bit more space down below for the dinette bed sleepers. That way they have a little bit more headspace. So it's a completely adjustable option depending on how many people are traveling with you and how much comfort you want to have for your primary bed. All right, we're in the back area in our dinette lounge. We just put our Euroloft platform bed back up. As you can see, we have a nice spacious lounge area here, which is functional for just hanging out, cooking meals, getting some work done. And the great thing about this Lagoon pivot arm is you're able to relocate it up to the front if you want to have some extra space. And then of course you have our 2 dinette benches that also become a bed. In order to transition from dinette lounge to dinette bed, you're going to take off your backrest cushions. These have a set of snaps here that hold them together, as well as these turnbuckles fixed to the wall to hold them up against there for when you're driving. And each cushion has a solid wood backing, so they're solid and stable. They have support foam and memory foam built in. So when you're setting up the bed, all you do is line it up with the center aisle rails here, press it down here, and now you have a nice, soft memory foam mattress here that just blends together for a great night of sleep. Looking up above, you can see we have that same maple wooden slat motif to match the bottom of the platform bed. And what we also did is we added some additional L-track underneath here. This customer is a big fisherman, so he wanted a quick, easy way to store his fishing pools. All right, we also have our 10x33 slider vent windows in our flare extensions here. These are great because they have a nice screen on them to get some nice airflow. All right, we're taking a look at some other dinette details here in the back, and as you can see, we have a lap belt here. There's actually a total of 3 on each side. I got the 2 others tucked away, so that gives us a total of 6 additional passenger spots here in the back. And the great thing about these belts is when you're setting it up in a bed, all you have to do is just tuck them back here to get them out of the way for when you're going to be sleeping. Underneath our driver's side here is where we house all of our electrical components, and as you can see inside here, we have a total of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Game Changer Battle-Born batteries. Each one of these guys has 270 amp hours of power. They also have our Xantrak 2000 watt inverter, which is great for powering all of our major appliances like the microwave convection oven and our 110 outlets. We also house all of our fuses and breakers here for quick, easy access. So if you're drawing too much power and something pops, you're able to pop down that little door here to diagnose the problem and get yourself back on your feet. And then of course, under our passenger side dinette here, we have our storage locker. This is a huge storage area. It's nice and open for larger gear like camp chairs. And then of course, we have our vents for our heater. That just about does it for our latest 144 Sprinter van conversion. It's got a ton of functionality, off-road capability, and off-grid accessories to really get you out in the wild wherever you want to go. If you or someone else you know is looking for a custom van conversion, hit us up at ADF Sprinters on socials or check us out on our website, adfsprinters.com.